Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Waking Up America with the Conservative Viewpoint. I'm Charlie, the tired country conservative. How are you guys this morning? Way too early for this. I didn't get into bed until after midnight and couldn't get wound down from the lies and everything from this debate till like 2 o'clock in the morning, and now it's too early. I wasn't going to do the show, but you know what? I don't even have much for you guys tonight. Good morning, Vic. You are always awake. But last night was just, I thought, was a disaster on both sides, actually. The lies that permeated through Harris's mouth, unreal. The deflection of questions was unreal. Trump definitely did not have his best night. He did let her get under his skin more than what I thought he would. But she didn't answer any of the questions. She brought up old lies that have been debunked already about Trump. And of course, she would bring up about the fake convictions of Donald Trump because they have nothing else to run on. Everything that she mentioned about her economic plan that is going to destroy this country, there's nothing good about it. We know what Trump's about. We know what he can do. He's done it. She has done nothing. But she keeps saying that she's going to fix everything that's wrong with this country right now. She is what's wrong with this country right now. Her and Biden have created this mess of this country. The economic problems, the border problems, the crime problem. And what do you have? You have three moderators on stage yesterday. Two from ABC and Kamala Harris. They're fact-checking Trump with lies. They lied about everything. They lied about the abortion. Good morning, Daniel. Especially about the abortion bull. They lied about that. It was fact. It just happened not long ago. Was it 2 to 5 babies? I can't remember. I think it was 2 maybe. That was born from a failed abortions, born alive out of the womb, and they killed them. They let them die out of the womb. They were born, breathing humans. They let them die. And I believe that was in Walls State. So she lied about that. She said, well, there's no laws. Well, she would have put in there no laws about it. Well, they're already making laws about abortion up until birth. So they're lying, and they want to try to fact check with lies during a debate, which is not supposed to happen during a debate. The moderators were supposed to be non-biased. They are totally biased. No fact checks for her lies. Exactly. They didn't fact check her at all. You notice that? Well, that's because her friend is the heir to Disney that owns and pays those idiots on ABC. I don't watch ABC. I can't stand ABC. Can't stand anything about their channels. Love Disney. Used to love Disney until they went woke. And it was just a disaster, I believe. Now you get on here, and I don't like I said, I don't really have anything until I start going through stuff. Too tired last night to go through anything. And of course, I got just a couple of things this morning, which Kamala Harris gets desperate, looks stupid after attacking Trump over something that's already been debunked. And that was about the very fine people comment was already been debunked. Yeah, the good people on both sides. The Project 2025, which if you have any ounce of brains to you, this Project 25 is Project 24, 23, 22. This project is nothing but a think tank. They've been doing this for years, I think since 1974 or something like that. These are people that are paid to come up with ideas, and some of them have been used, some of them have not. It has nothing to do with the president, has nothing to do with Donald Trump. These are people that are paid just for ideas. These are all it is. It's a virtual think tank. People sitting around getting paid to do nothing. Boy, I wish I could do that. Well, I don't get paid for this, so what the hell? So she wanted to throw that in there. That's what the Democrats do, because they have nothing, because Kamala Harris has no policies, and the policies she did put out about the economy is going to crush this economy. And she said that her policy, people think it's going to be great. No, it's not. It's not. And if you people are believing it, you're idiots. And we have tons of idiots out there. So illegals killing and eating pets. That is a fact. It is shown it on video. The one guy had a goose in his hand, carrying it down the street, going to cook it. The residents of Smith, or wherever this is in Ohio, was on TV saying that their pets were killed and were being eaten by these people. So there's another lie that they wanted to go through. Thank you, Daniel, for those. Illegal immigrants. The crime is up. Trump was right. They are not reporting all the crimes so they can have plausible deniability, because crime is through the roof with the illegal immigrants, which is over 20 million. They stopped at 20 million, giving us numbers. So there's just some of the things, that with help from the guys, the Wimpkin Warriors at night, they're on here this morning giving me some help. And that's what they do. They're awesome. You guys get to check it out. Wimpkin.com/country conservative. Join us in chat. You guys will love it. They help me out a lot to get through stuff that I can't remember. And this morning, I'm not remembering anything. It's way too early for this. And it's just, I couldn't weed through it last night. There was just so much wrong with last night. Like I said, Trump could have had a better night. And, but I think he did very well. Kamala Harris was better than what I thought she was going to be. I can't stand her because all she's doing is riding the coattail. She is the problem with what's going on right now. She is the border czar. She's not was, she is. For a fact, she still is the border czar because she still is the installed vice president. Not with votes. Nobody voted for this twit. And the reason people are voting for her now is because she's a woman. What color? Where's her accent last night? Where was this accent you keep hearing when she's down south in Georgia doing a rally or talking or something? I wish he would have mentioned the oil reserve that Biden has drained. Yeah, exactly, Daniel. He didn't get to mention that. And I believe that Trump was a little frustrated. My temper went through the roof just listening to her lies. And of course, you can't talk to idiot liberals because they believe everything that's being said to them. That is very uneducated people. If you believe them, you're uneducated. You don't educate yourself in the truth if you believe anything that they're saying. Because nothing she said, I can't say nothing she said. Because she danced around the questions about everything. When it comes to immigration, you didn't hear her say shit about that. The illegal criminals coming across the border, she didn't say nothing about that. She deflected the question on that too. She was prepared with the answers. Yeah, she definitely had the questions beforehand because Kamala Harris is not somebody that can think off the cuff. She was prepared with the questions prior to so they could feed her the answers. So she memorized the answers. She is not somebody like that. You've seen it. We've seen it in her past. I'm going to try to get some videos together for tonight. This is what we're going to talk about on tonight's episode of the Conservative Viewpoint, starting at 9 p.m. And you're going to hear this all day. You're going to hear different things. I've went through a couple of the things that I've had here tonight from last night and some reactions. And, of course, you're going to hear different ones, all different, especially if you're looking at the liberal news stuff and what they were talking about. And I did come up with some of those. And what do we hear here? Out of 24 people, 25 people from the Washington Post said Harris did better. 2 of them said Trump performed better. And of course, you go down through here. Harris knows what to say at the moment to get under Trump's skin. No, she don't. She has to be prepared for that. Trump thinks off of his own mind. Kamala Harris feeds off of her puppet masters. So then I was leaning towards Harris before the debate, and she made a good case for herself. No, she didn't. She lied. She constantly lied. How the hell can anybody with a right mind even think about that? Even think that she did great? She lied. Everything she said was a lie. This is from the Washington Post. And then it keeps going. Then you had one that Trump said Obamacare was written by big pharma and special interest groups. The Affordable Care Act is very affordable until you go to use it. And you also have high deductibles and high out-of-pocket costs. They don't mention that stuff. And then you get David Moore, or whatever the hell his name is. He's a piece of garbage. Both of them are. That wants to sit there and lie along with all this. And what else do I just grabbed something off. I just looked up stuff real quick just to see what I could get. So there's some recaps from Chicago reactions, major moments in the party. And they sit there and said, an angry Donald Trump rambles repeatedly in presidential debate with Harris. No, he didn't ramble. A couple of times he did. And I think he caught himself a couple of times too. The debate changed no one's opinion, but it allowed her to she answered the questions falsely. Yeah, exactly. She was definitely well prepared for the questions. So that's something too. And then you notice this ear over here was open, but this ear was covered. The hair wouldn't move from that section. I'll bet she had an earpiece in, or she already had the questions given to her. And you know that ABC made a point saying the questions were not given to either campaign, but that's a lie. One of her best friends owns Disney. She's the heir to Disney, so she just got lucky. Good morning, Tina. It was obvious that she had the questions beforehand. Most definitely. And these guys, they were up with me last night on the show, listening to this garbage. Trump said last night on Fox that he had his best debate. I don't agree with that part. I think he had a good debate. I don't think it was his best, and he could have done better. But I think he had a well planned ending. He should have eaten her up on the border crisis, the bloodbath border crisis, because that's exactly what it is. He should have eaten her up on that more. Her economic plan, he should have eaten her up on that, because the policy page that she added to her campaign website, half Biden, half Trump. She's flip-flopped. He should have nailed her on flip-flopping too, more. And because she has. And you don't go for 4 or 5 years from 2019 all the way up to now and say she definitely will ban fracking. She said that for all along, up until right now. Then she flips over to, I'm not banning fracking. I proved that. No, she didn't. She said she was going to ban fracking. We've got it on video. I've got it on video. I've played it many of times. So she lies about that. She lied about guns. Every time a shooting occurs, she wants to ban guns. Not the mental people that caused the shooting. They want to ban an inanimate object. But she has said that repeatedly. She wants to ban guns. So she's so full of shit, it's unreal. And these are only some of the things I can remember with a cloudy head like I have this morning. The low information, low propensity voters are the only ones that might have been swayed by her in that debate. Oh, yeah, you're right, Tina. And that's what I said. They're uneducated. They have not been paying attention. They're paying attention now because you got a woman in there. You don't have a demented idiot. And what is everybody talking about when Biden was still in there? That Biden was the best. Biden was greatest. Biden top of his game, according to Gumby from MSNBC. Top of his game, but throw him in a bus. I've been saying it on all my shows prior to Kamala getting in here when Biden was in there that he would not be the nominee. I've said it over and over again. I took shit from idiot liberals and saying, you watch and see. Okay, watch and see. Now what do you got? Biden 2.0. He did a good job not interrupting her. He could tell she was trying her best to goad him into talking over her. Oh, most definitely there, Daniel. She was definitely that smirk on her face, man. Oh, man, that's all. That just got on my nerves because it just made her look more stupid. And that finger up by her face. What was that about? She making herself look more intelligent? Well, impossible. That hamster fell off that wheel long ago. And when she gets to a debate or another rally where she's not being teleprompted and she actually does it on her own like Trump does, that's when you get the true Kamala Harris. When you get the fake accents or whatever crowd she's in because they talked about her being black or whatever. Well, she hasn't decided that. She decides that to the group she's talking to. And we've talked about this on the show. Got to go into start my day. I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for stopping by, Tina. Appreciate it. Hopefully see you tonight. What else we got here? Vance claims Harris is rehearsed while Trump respects people enough to answer questions. He's exactly right. We know it's rehearsed. Trump talks off the top of his head. She does not. She memorized her stuff after the questions were given to her. I say Latino leaders applaud Harris's performance. I don't applaud it. I know we could tell that it was fixed and fake because she's not this prepared ever. Rubio among Trump supporters criticizing ABC moderators. All you had to do was watch it. If you watched it, you saw that they were biased as all get out. And they're not moderators are supposed to be unbiased, and they were not. Illinois Democrats slam Trump performance. Democrats, that's all you got to say. That's what you're going to hear. Climate crisis is a fraud. It's a hoax to suck you idiots out of money. The climate has not changed since I was young. It's always been the same. It's cold in the wintertime. It's warm in the summertime. You have hurricanes. You have tornadoes. You have everything. It's never changed. It's not going to change. The oceans are cooling, not heating up like they have been pushing for so many years. If you idiots don't know any better, go check it out yourself because it's a fact. What else we have here on this? Oh, and all they were worried about last night was pushing out Taylor Swift's endorsement. Who cares? She just needs to go away. She's irrelevant, just like the Hollywood pathetic individuals. They better focus more on creating their own movies instead of copying, replays, and remaking old movies into new ones because nobody can come up with their own ideas anymore. They have to plagiarize other ones, just like Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. It's just so pathetic. It's unreal. What else we got? Another not a shocker. Illinois GOP leader said Trump was victorious. You notice this was from a biased place, huh? I think Trump was victorious in a way. Kamala Harris well prepared. Yes. She's definitely got a better memory than Biden does because Biden would have never remembered this. The left heard what they wanted to hear. Emotions, not facts. Rehearsed nonsense, not answers. The first question, are you better off today than 4 years ago? Thank you, Daniel. She couldn't answer that. Are we better off 4 years ago than we are today? She beat around the bush on that one and did not answer the question, which we know for a fact we are not better off. The economy is on the verge of collapse. We are in wars all over the place. We have Americans involved in wars in Ukraine, so don't even go there. We have American service members in Taiwan that's getting ready to be invaded by China, where World War III is going to start. If you don't think we're in World War III now, you're out of your mind, because we are in Ukraine, and she said there's no service member in an active war zone. Yes, they are. They're in Ukraine, helping Ukrainians. The money that has been spent, and Trump brought this up too, on Ukraine, we could have run this country for a couple years on the billions of dollars they have been funneling into Joe Biden's pocket and the money laundering that's going on. They have not kept accountability on that money at all. And all what Kamala Harris wants to do, spend more money. And with no way of paying it back. How is she going to pay all this back? It's a typical leftist Democrats' response. How do you think we got into this mess in the first place? By Democrats overspending. That is how inflation has gotten so bad. Trump left them with a great economy, even though the pandemic was going on. And of course, you got a lie from Kamala Harris on that one about the pandemic. Trump did the best anyone in this country could have done, in the world could have done. He left them with a 1.9 inflation rate. What did they do? They took it up to over 9%. I think 10% at one time. And then she wants to lie about that. The only reason jobs were down was because of the economy, because of the pandemic, the plandemic, the Democrats' plandemic. And we've already found that out, that the gain of function research that Fauci said he was not doing, he was doing. That was already a fact now. So you want to sit there and they lie. We found out all the lies. Thanks, Daniel, for stopping by. See you tonight. But there was so much been going on. Shapiro calls Trump the rambling man full of nonsense. Josh Shapiro is a piece of shit, garbage governor. And he just needs to keep his mouth shut up and worry about lowering taxes in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is the worst place for taxes. You don't want to be at. And it was a win-win, I think, on both sides, I'm going to say. So Harris says she's ready for a second debate. No, she's not. She will not be planned if she goes in front of Fox, because Fox will not give her the questions like ABC did. But there's so much. I'm going to try to get some stuff together here. Hopefully we get some videos together and show some of the responses. I had a couple I did last night before, trying to chill out and relax before we go to sleep. I could not get to sleep last night at all. What else we got? What else we got here? We got some remarks. We got some other reactions to the show last night, and I'm going to give them to you, be it liberal or not. I'm going to give you them. And we got Bloomberg and their lies and bull. And we'll talk about
email
Kamala Harris's economic plan. It's still too. I got to go top that off. It's not hot anymore. Yeah, we had 3-on-1 moderator team. What is this one? Yep, that's my shipment coming in today. She evaded every single issue on late-term abortion, on gun confiscations, fracking, etc. And Trump was talking about dogs and them meeting them in Smithville, Ohio, I believe it was. Kamala Harris couldn't say that we were better off than 4 years ago. Wouldn't say that. And what she wants to give all these small businesses, $50,000 for startups and stuff. Where's she getting this money? She doesn't explain that. Where's she going to get it? From us. What's going to happen? Inflation is going to go more through the roof than what it already is. And they've already said, Wall Street even said, it will collapse. It will collapse Wall Street. The stock market will crash if she is elected president. Oh, yeah, it's going to happen. And what? January 6th was worse than 9/11. Are you kidding me? And of course, David Muir, that piece of shit that he is, falsely did not say what Trump said when going. He kept blaming Trump for January 6th and saying, "Do you take responsibility for what happened?" No, he shouldn't. He did nothing wrong. He told them to patriotically proceed up there, peacefully and patriotically go to the Capitol. But David Muir, that worthless piece of shit, did not say that. He told them to proceed to the Capitol and he'd meet them there. These people always want to leave stuff out. And that is hence where the lies are coming from. ABC did their best to help her. Oh, most definitely. F2L Patriot. Welcome, bud. And they definitely helped her in every which way possible. And that is not what real moderators are supposed to do. They're supposed to be unbiased, and they were not. Definitely not. This is why this is just like a big poll. Because you poll 10 people, it doesn't make the majority up of people. That's why we don't take polls. We take polls with a grain of salt, with a starting point. We don't take them with any kind of, oh, yeah, we're going to win this. No. This is the start. And I feel that they're going to bury Kamala Harris back in the basement just like they did Joe Biden. The only time you're going to see her is when her rallies are scripted rallies with teleprompters. Now, I can't say anything about that because I use a teleprompter because I can't remember everything I want to say. Not this morning. On my morning show, I don't use it. And I stopped using it only for my opening and closing monologues because I'm not going to go through an hour show at night and remember everything that I want to say and get my monologues out. So I do use a teleprompter on that. But I don't have somebody typing for me and say, pause, repeat sentence, like Joe Biden did. I do my opening and closing monologues on there, and that's about it. Then I go off of my articles here, and then we talk about it. And she can't think off the top of her head. And if she was not given the question, she would not have been that well prepared. There's no doubt in my mind. Prove me wrong. And don't sit there and say, well, because David Muir said we did not give the questions to either campaign. That's a freaking lie. And just like her economic plan is going to be great for this country. That's a lie. All right, everyone. Thank you for tuning in this morning. I'm going to get busy here and try to get some stuff together. The stuff that I did have here, I'm going to keep up and just go with that. But I want to find some videos of reactions. And I had, like I said, I had a couple from last night that I did look up real quick, and I saved them, and then I'll download them and get them together because I got to wipe out my stream from yesterday because I set up the show already for this morning. I did not think the debate was going to go like it did. I didn't think I'd have so much to talk about, but I think we are. And you guys want to join me in chat? Let me see here. Let me put this up real quick here. And this right here, there's my information. And I urge you to go to the first one, wimpkin.com/country conservative. Sign up on Wimpkin if you're not part of Wimpkin. Join us in chat. You guys will have a blast. We have the Wimpkin warriors in there that join us. We have people from all over the country, a couple countries actually. Canada, we got UK, we've got Scandinavia, we've got them all over the United States. We have a blast in there. Those guys help me out with my show. Like I said earlier, that they help me remember things that I'm trying to say, things that I know what I want to say before the show starts. And then I get going and I ramble. But that's my job. I ramble to try to get information out to you, the truth out to you. Unlike the Democrats and some Republicans, we got a bunch of Republicans and politicians in general. I think it's a prerequisite that you lie as a politician. I've seen it firsthand, and we see it every day on every thing. When you hear a politician talks, and they all lie, and we know it. But that's why we have to start picking better people. We know what Trump's about. We know what he's going to do. Yes, he gives corporate tax breaks, but that comes back down to us. You give them tax breaks, they give us breaks on prices. That's where our lower gas prices, our lower food prices, everything is lower because of Trump's deals. And you watch, because Trump's tax breaks for the middle class are coming to an end soon, and they are not going to renew it. But they did keep all of Trump's tariffs in place. Why didn't they remove those if those were so bad? Why haven't Harris and Biden fixed, well, let's say Harris fixed anything that she says is going bad right now because of her and Biden? Why hasn't she fixed anything? But only if she becomes president will she fix it. She is in a position of power right now where she has the opportunity to fix this stuff, especially the border, which now she's okay with the wall right now. You vote for her, and it's going to change. This country's going to get worse than what it already is with the crime from these illegal criminals, the 20+ million that are here. It's not 11 million like fake ass David Muir said last night. It's not 11. It was 15 on top of the what the hell I want to say. See, I get rambling and I forget what the hell I'm going to say. But the ones that they didn't catch, the ones that just walked through the fence and just disappeared into the woods. And they stopped at 20 million and stopped giving us numbers because it was getting so bad for the Democrats. So this is the kind of stuff that we're going to talk about tonight. So please join me tonight, 9 p.m. for the Conservative Viewpoint, Eastern Standard Time. We say that because we got some people from all over the place. A buddy from Scandinavia stopped in last night, and that's like 3 or 4, maybe 5 o'clock in the morning for him. But he stopped by anyways, and I thank him very much. I love seeing him come on there. And we got people from Canada all over the place. Like I said, come join us in chat. But friend me, send me a friend request on Facebook, subscribe, like, share, whatever it is, wherever you're tuning in from. Right there's all my information, and I'll put it up again tonight for a little while, and we'll get this show going tonight, guys. So please stop by. And what is today? Today is Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday. September 11th. Time to remember, guys. The time of remembrance is upon us. Today, I didn't even realize that, and I was rambling on about this, and this is what we need to remember, the disastrous day of today. I actually saw the plane in Pennsylvania right before it crashed. It was right above our heads. Oh, yes. It was not something that I am proud of, because it is a sad day. The Shanksville crash of the plane from 9/11. And I mean, my father-in-law, my boss at the time, fire chief from the fire department that we had our office trailer sitting in, we were all standing outside when it came right above our heads, out of control. Yes, and I will talk about that later tonight. So please, you guys have a great day at work, or whatever it is you got planned for your day. Please join me tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for the Conservative Viewpoint. We start right at 9, so don't be late, okay, guys? Have a good day, guys. See you later.